Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I've made a video for you, and I'm sorry for that. But we recently reached 101 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so I'm really excited. So what I decided to do is I've had so many views on my cake decorating video. I'm at the bakery again, so I figured, you know what, we'll decorate a cake. So we have, you know, cake board, the spatulas, the icing bag, the jam, the icing. Everything is out, ready to go, so I'm going to put up my hair, and I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to get the cake prepped, and then hand the camera over to my trusty assistant, who is absolutely awesomely wonderful, and he comes and helps me like every single night. So, okay guys, since I'm allergic to chocolate, Keenan said that he was going to do the prep work on the cake. So first we do icing, or not icing, jam. We put a nice thin layer of jam down. This is Keenan, by the way. Say hi, Keenan.
Hello.
Okay, so we put jam down, and then you put icing down. And it doesn't have to be that thick, just a nice layer. And this, like, the cake is homemade, the icing is homemade, it's all homemade, right?
Yep.
So, after you get that, you put the top layer on. And the reason why Keenan's doing this is because I'm allergic to chocolate, and he didn't want me to get sick. So, he's going to do the bottom layer, and then we're going to put the top layer on top, and ice it over. And okay, so Keenan put icing on the top, and what he's going to do now, oh, we got some crumbs in it, so we're going to pick out the crumbs. We're going to take that icing off of the spatula because that has crumbs on it. And usually you don't get crumbs in, but because it's the edge of the cake right here, the edges of the cake are really, really, really crummy. The chocolate cake seems to crumble the worst. So anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to just add some extra icing on here. I'm just going to grab the extra icing. Lots of icing, hey? Yummy. Okay, so we're going to put that extra icing on top just to cover the stuff that had the little crummies in it, because, you know, you don't want that. I don't do a crumb coat on these type of cakes because it doesn't, since you're not putting like fondant or anything on it, it doesn't really need a crumb coat. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the jam lid back on the jam pail here, and then we're going to prop it up, and I'm going to hand the camera over to my trusty assistant, who is helping me so very muchly. Oh, he's going to take the cake pan out of there for me. So I went ahead and I filled my icing bag. It's all full of icing right there. And as soon as my handy-dandy assistant comes and takes my camera, I will start piping on some icing to spread out. And in the meantime, I'm just going to use the icing that's on my spatula. This is definitely a lot harder with only one hand, I tell you. Not used to this. So my trusty assistant's going to come and hold the camera. Okay. Don't show me in the picture. Come closer to the cake. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pipe on icing. Don't worry, I didn't get you with the icing bag. But the little cake is a little bit harder, so I like to lift them up when I do the sides a little bit. And this is just because we're going to put coconut on the side, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a quick coat of icing so that the coconut will stick to the chocolate cake. And we just got to do that for all four sides. And when you have stuff like this, you just kind of brush it down and pull it across. Oh, I didn't put enough on there. Add a little bit more, shall we? I usually like to take the stuff that's already on the cake and just spread it over to see what I got going on. Because if you know where you need the icing, it works better to place it on. Corners are a little bit trickier. Again, like I said, I like to lift them up to try to do them because it's more at eye level. How's it going in there? We're on our very last side, and then what we'll do is we're going to take some hot water with a spatula, and we'll dip our spatula in the hot water, and that just helps us smooth out the top before we coconut the side. You want to smooth out the top before you coconut the side. Otherwise the coconut gets in the top and it's all a mess. Hey, Keenan? You can talk, you know.
You're the master.
I'm not the master.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is there's still some crumbs in the top, so I'm just going to quickly grab a paper towel. I don't know if you guys can see the crumbs in the top there. Keenan points the crumbs out to them so you can see them. There's one right there. There's a crumb right there. There's a few crumbs in there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick those crumbs out, put some more icing on top, because after you smooth it, if those crumbs are in there, then they'll show through. So we're just going to take a spatula and pick out those crumbs. Looks like to be about all of them. Once you think you have all of them, you just kind of smooth it out a little bit, and I guarantee you'll find more. Once you get crumbs in there, you got to just go with it and see. But usually if you get the majority out, you're pretty good. And then, like I said before, just add a nice little coat, just in case you missed one or two of them. No one's perfect. Okay, so you flatten it out the best you can prior to using the hot water and the spatula. Okay, so what we have here is a bucket of water. Keenan just dipped the spatula in the water, and he's just going to run it over the top. He's a lot better at this than I am. His hands are like 1,000 times stiller than mine. Mine get all shaky and whatnot, so his hands are a lot better at that than mine are. As you can see, I'm wearing my glasses now because I'm almost blind without my glasses, and a couple of people have asked me about them. I'm going to do a video on the syndrome that my eyes have. It's called Irlen syndrome or scotopic sensitivity. Totally different video. Let's get back to the cake. So he's just smoothing out. Ooh, there's something on the viewfinder here. He is just smoothing out the cake, the top of it right now. As you can see, it's very, very prettiful. It's coming out really nice. Let it zoom, focus in. So it's nice and flat.
It's rolling.
Okay, so we're going to decorate it with these little, they're called flowerettes. Blue and a pink and a yellow and a white. And so what I'm first going to do is I'm going to lay down just some kind of like vine looking things. They don't have to be perfect, because vines are never perfect, right? That's just to add a little bit of a basis. This right here is a leaf tip, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it kind of goes down like that, has a little notch in the middle and then comes up, and so it makes a leaf pattern. I'll show you in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the flowerets and we're just going to set them onto the cake. Put that one there, put that one there, and that one there. So then we're going to take our leaf end, and we're just going to make some little tiny leaves here. Just like that, all along the vine. Little tiny leaves all along the vine. Okay, and we'll do it on the same over here as well. Little tiny leaves.
Whoa.
Did you zoom in?
Yes, I zoomed in, but it's really blurry.
Well, that's because you just zoomed in right away, so just slowly zoom out. And there you go. A cute little decorated cake. You still zoomed in? There you go. Your cute little decorated cake with coconut on the side. Voila!